to the Batmobile. Let's go.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
What up, basement dwellers? Basement Boy Banter, episode 36, coming at you live and in full effect. I'm Thor, he's Brian. I'm hyped up tonight. It's like midnight or some shit. I don't know, it's late. We just got done watching pay-per-views. I fell asleep for a while, so I got a little nap in, so I'm refreshed. I'm feeling good. Star Wars gear in full effect. LRG, holler at me. Yes, this is the exact same pattern as last week's shirt, but it's a t-shirt, and it's black. So, fuck you. I don't know. Like I said, I'm on one tonight. So let's get right into it. It's trailer season, apparently. It's not only Christmas season, it's trailer season. We had, Civil War 3 weeks ago. Last week, BVS. This week, X-Men Apocalypse. Our first trailer for X-Men Apocalypse. I didn't see the Comic-Con one. You did see the Comic-Con one, so you can kind of compare on how the two are different.
Yep.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 trailer dropped this week too. So let's actually start with TMNT 2. What's Out of the Shadows, I think it's called. Yep. So we get our first look at Rocksteady and Bebop, the rhinoceros and the boar with the mohawk. Sheamus, our WWE connection, plays Rocksteady. He plays the rhino. That's Sheamus. Yeah, the big rhino.
Really?
Yeah, it's voiced by Sheamus. Yep.
They totally missed.
Showing him at all in the trailer? Yeah, I know.
No, they should have played him as the one with the mohawk.
Yeah, that would make more sense, wouldn't it?
Because
he has the mohawk.
Yeah,
he has the red mohawk.
Yeah, he actually has a red mohawk.
Yeah, so. It would make more sense. But so, what did you think? You just literally right before I said what up, he finished watching the trailer. Mm-hmm. What did you think?
It looks fun. It looks enjoyable. The only thing I don't like, I'm going to jump right into what I don't like, is the part where Megan Fox...
I knew it. While you were watching it, I heard an audible, oh, and right when I looked over, I saw Megan Fox tying her shirt, and I was like, yep, that's what that was for.
Teenage Mutant Ninja... I get it. I get why Megan Fox is in this movie. Right. I know that's the only reason she's in it. But it's like, guys, it's the Ninja Turtles. We don't need,
that much sexuality in the Ninja Turtles.
It's fun. The rest of the trailer makes the movie look awesome because it's like, we're fun, we're cool, Ninja Turtles.
So what'd you like about it?
Pretty much the rest of it.
Right.
The beginning was weird, but after that,
what'd you think about Stephen Amell, Casey Jones?
He said a little bit, but I honestly couldn't give him an honest opinion until I see him.
I don't know how I feel about this trailer. As someone who actually likes the first movie, I own it on Blu-ray. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've seen it multitudes of times. It's not a great movie, and I said this on Facebook. I don't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one, because it's a great movie. I like it because what Brian said. It's fun, it's action, it's turtles. It's what it should be. You know what I mean? It's a good time.
There's a lot of Turtles moments in it.
Yeah.
It's like they sort of had the exterior, like the skeleton that wasn't necessarily perfectly turtles, but some of the innards were turtles.
Oh, definitely.
When they're in the elevator.
Yeah, the elevator scene's great in the first one. But as someone who liked the first one, the second one looks like it could be more of the same. I don't want them to get too campy and too cheesy, because you walk a fine line between fun and over the top, just campiness for campiness sake, pretty much. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little nervous on that aspect. Bebop and Rocksteady, I like how they look. Yes, they look very CG, but realistically, you have to think about what movie you're watching.
Same as the Turtles. They look
exactly. They look very.
Once
CG
you accept that, though, it's you got to get
past that part. Mm-hmm. You really got to get past that part. I liked Casey Jones from what I saw. Mm-hmm. Him with the hockey pucks, the mask looked cool. Him and April O'Neil. Michelangelo, are you two dating? Some of that stuff. I like the Will Arnett part where he's like, where are we going? You always go with the turtles. You know what I mean? I like some of that stuff, but I'm worried, but I'm cautiously optimistic in the same breath. So I like the trailer. I mean, obviously it's not the best trailer in the past, X amount of weeks by any
I think
stretch of
that's
the
the way you have to
imagination.
look at it, though.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the Ninja Turtles trailer and you're going, this is going to be the best movie of whatever month it comes out, you're kind of setting yourself up to be disappointed,
Well, then some people are like, I want it more dark, and it's Ninja Turtles. Okay, Batman vs Superman can be dark and brooding, and like, yes, I can take some dark from different like properties. Ninja Turtles doesn't need to be dark and brooding. They need to be.
I mean, they had dark parts, but in like the live action,
right? Raph is a little dark. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, I think it's fair to say this feels more like the cartoon than it does the live action movie.
Yes.
Like when I watch this, I feel, even the fact that they look obviously CG, it makes it feel more cartoony. Honestly.
Well,
and I don't mind that.
As someone who grew up with the cartoon, I probably gravitate more towards that because I didn't really read the black and white comics and stuff like that. I was more the 90s cartoon. That's how I got hooked. And the 90s movies, the freaking rubber suit turtles, which I like this. I love those movies. I have those on Blu-ray too. I pretty much own anything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Blu-ray. But I do like the new live action movie. Yes, it's a Michael Bay production, but he's not directing it and not that involved in it. So it doesn't bother me too much. But since he's had kind of this downtime since Transformers 4 and why they've been working on what they're going to do with Transformers 5, I wonder if he got more involved in number 2. And that's what also makes me nervous about like certain
I wouldn't
things.
Honestly, Michael Bay, he gets a lot of flack for being horrible. I mean, at the end of the day, he's just a 14-year-old boy, and he's putting 14-year-old boy stuff in his movies, which is fair enough. Again, as long as he keeps in mind the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And then he puts the Michael Bay stuff second, we'll be cool.
As long as he doesn't throw a bunch of Bud Light and like product play, as long as it's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, we'll be all right. Well, I mean, not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Transformers 4. Woo! All right, let's move on from there though. So let's talk about X-Men Apocalypse. Let's get it out of the way. Let's bang it out. The trailer dropped. There were a couple posters. There was a poster of like an X half shiny and half burnt, and then there was a really cool poster of Apocalypse staring at a skull, like Shakespearean style. I liked both of them a lot. The trailer though, I'm not going to say I was blown away. Like, I was like, whoa. Like, Captain America Civil War, still #1 trailer in the past 4 weeks. Like, so if you take Captain America, Batman vs. Superman, X-Men Apocalypse, and we'll throw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in there just for the fun of it. Obviously, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is bottom. I'm actually putting Batman vs. Superman in the 3 position, X-Men in 2, and obviously Cap at 1. But let me tell you why I'm putting X-Men in 2. I love some of the shots. I loved how Apocalypse looked. He didn't look like he did the Ivan Van Oost stuff can stop. They definitely changed his look through CGI after the backlash from earlier in the summer. Like they definitely did. I like that he went giant in that one shot. Yeah. How he grew like ginormous. I like some of the new X-Men stuff. I mean, they didn't really show a lot from him. It was just shots of Jubilee, shots of Nightcrawler looked cool.
I thought he looked really good.
Archangel, just when he flies down with those metal wings and I think shoots with, like that might have been my shot of the trailer. Quicksilver running in the hallways. I was reading an article. No one spent more time on set than Quicksilver, but has the least amount of time in the movie. Because for a 3-minute Quicksilver scene, it took them a month to shoot it.
Holy cow.
It took them 1 month to shoot a 3-minute Quicksilver scene.
Why does it take so long?
Because of how because remember Days of Future Past, how they do those scenes?
Right.
That you literally have everybody suspended as he's like going around. It's pretty crazy when you walk like some of the behind the scenes stuff. Like it's pretty intense. But so what did you like about the trailer?
I mean, I'm less enthralled with it than I was.
Because I was gonna say,
the first time.
when you saw the Comic-Con one, that was your jam.
This one still looked good, and I don't know if it has to do with lighting changes. It felt like they took a couple different scenes. There was a few things that were quite a bit that was the same. Yeah. But it felt like there was a few scenes that almost felt like they took a different camera angle on them. The lighting was different.
Oh, definitely.
It just didn't strike me as, and it felt like there was more in this trailer than in the other one.
Okay.
It just didn't strike me quite as much. It was still good. I still enjoyed a lot of it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. There was something about that first trailer that was just
really
like
got
good.
you.
Yeah, I was just excited. And this one was good, but it wasn't
what you were hoping for?
It didn't reel me in quite as well.
Okay.
You know?
Some of the things that didn't work as well for me was Mystique, Jennifer Lawrence. You know they're trying to push her because she's a big star.
Right.
So having her now back on the X-Men, I'm going to have to see how it all works out. Having Storm, Magneto, Archangel, and somebody else under Apocalypse control, I hope they do it the right way.
Yeah.
I want him to be controlling them, but yet them be like willing participants. I did really like in the trailer how they're talking about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in the Bible, and they're like, just like the Bible, and he's like, well, maybe the Bible got it from him. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, like how long's this dude been around for?
Well, ancient Egypt, you know, that's at least that long.
The Jennifer Lawrence stuff I didn't love. I didn't see enough Olivia Munn. Oh, she's the 4th horseman, I think. Olivia Munn. You got Psylocke, Magneto, Storm, Archangel. Yeah, so Olivia Munn. I didn't see enough Olivia Munn, and that's just personal preference because Olivia Munn's like, you know, Olivia Munn. Enough said. But yeah, so that trailer, I mean, it's 2 position. I don't know. I guess I'd have to watch Batman vs Superman. I don't know. Lex is the reason Batman's in 3rd. For me, it is. Lex Luthor.
That's what I figured.
Jesse Eisenberg is the reason that Batman vs Superman is the number 3 position. I can forgive the whole last 30 seconds. I can forgive Doomsday. I can forgive all that. I can't forgive Lex. The more I think about it, the more it irks me. The more I just dislike it.
That's okay.
So no, I mean, so yeah. So what about you then? What would you do? Let's get your 4 real quick.
Yeah. See, I think mine are very similar, but
obviously
for different
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
reasons.
is 4 for both of us.
Right. See, that's the thing. It's one of those things where I feel like my order would be the same, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, Batman vs. Superman isn't number 3 because Lex Luthor. It's number 3 because, honestly, the other trailers were better. So,
do you think Apocalypse was a better cut trailer than
No,
Batman vs.
I mean
Superman?
the other
Okay.
Batman vs. Superman trailers.
The
were better.
Comic-Con trailer. Yeah,
So
the
it's
Comic-Con
like
trailer was
they kind of
amazing.
threw out. Basically, this trailer was okay compared to the other ones, you know. And I mean, I don't know. There's just something about it where I'm like, I'm feeling Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
I'm feeling X-Men Apocalypse. I'm still gonna see 100% Batman vs.
Right.
Superman.
I don't think anyone.
But the trailer didn't necessarily upset me, but it gave me the right tone, I think, for what to expect out of the movie.
You know, I
don't know.
heard a good take on it this past week that trailer wasn't really made for us. Like, wasn't made for like hardcores, like people who are like already going to see I already was going to see that movie regardless. I could have not saw another trailer and I was going to be there opening night. But like, let's say like my brother or my parents, like that trailer was more for them. Because I bet if my brother watched that trailer, he wouldn't be like, they gave away too much. He'd be like, oh, who's that dude at the end?
Right.
You know, and like, oh, Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? So that trailer is more for the masses than it is for the hardcores.
Right.
So if I look at it through those eyes, I am actually more forgiving of it. But still, I freaking hate Jesse Eisenberg. Like, God, I want to fight that dude so bad. 1-on-1. Let's go. I'm ready. I've been lifting weights and stuff. They're 5-pound dumbbells, but you know, I crush them.
I crush them.
You know, I think I'm gonna go up to 8 soon.
Oh, jeez. Don't
We'll
strain
see. I know. I don't.
yourself.
7.5 maybe first. You know, I don't want to jump right to 8. So that's
I don't wanna
a
jump
3-pound increase. That's, you know, I don't know if these biceps can take
It's
that.
almost doubling. Yeah,
I
those
know.
yoga biceps.
Yes. Yes, my yoga muscles. All right. What's next? Oh, let's no, not TV time yet. So, real quick, some Thor Ragnarok stuff. So, you know who Cate Blanchett is?
I've heard
She was
the
in
name.
Lord of the Rings, great actress. I mean, one of the best working actresses. Like, I think Oscar-winning actress. She's in talks for a role in Thor Ragnarok. I don't know what role, so it's really hard to speculate. But is it ever bad to add talent?
No.
So we're cool. So let's move on from there. Now, TV time. Rebels, mid-season finale. Ash versus the Evil Dead. Got picked up for a second season, so we'll cover that and episode 7 we just watched tonight after the pay-per-view. So let's go into TV time. And you know what? Let's lump Jessica Jones into this portion of the show.
Yeah.
So go. Pick one and start there.
The episode of Rebels was pretty good.
Legacy? Legacy was solid.
Pretty deep. I mean, they hit you. I did not expect where it ended.
No.
Like the way it ended, the last 5-10 minutes, I was like, I didn't expect it to go here.
You went through all the feels in that episode. There's some action. There's some heart. Like, it wasn't like...
And it was a nice setup, too. Set up what's going to happen
for the
next.
second half of the season.
And then...
See?
And then gave you some feels at the end.
Because some people were like, it wasn't enough for a mid-season finale. Like, it should have been, like, more. And I was like... No, it's a slow burn. It's 22 episodes this season. Last season only had like 12 or 13. So the mid-season finale had to be like boom, you know what I mean? But not this year. This year, slow burn. Set it up, position your pieces. I loved it. I loved the Ezra stuff, finding out what happened to his parents was tough. I mean, for it being a kids show, they'll go places you don't think they'll go.
Which is what a lot of kids shows do now. I mean, you have your fair share of not great.
SpongeBob really doesn't go places it shouldn't.
I mean, sometimes it does, but not
intentionally. Yeah, not intentionally. That's a different topic for a different day. But yeah, so okay. How about Ash? Season 2.
God,
shocked, happy.
What was that scene that I looked at you and I was like, whoa, I forget what happened. Oh, they shot the one guy right in the beginning. The dude on the ground.
Yeah, the dude on the ground.
They're just like, he's a zombie.
It's one of them. Boom. And then the head explodes and the title rolls. And you're like, well, that's what kind of episode this is going to be. Oh, all right, we're off and running. Yeah. We got to see Lucy Lawless partially naked.
Yeah.
Looking good for a 60-year. She's got to be like north of 50. She's got to be like closing in on 50. She's up there.
Yeah, I mean, Lucy Lawless, she's
when
older.
She was Xena, when she was Xena, she was like in her 20s, 30s, and that was a long time ago. So for an older broad, yeah, baby, yeah, baby.
Hey, she's right in your age range, right?
I'm gonna kill you after this show now. So next week it'll be Basement Boy Banter solo edition because Brian will be dead after his comments he just made. No, so it was a solid episode. See, episode 7. Some good stuff happened. They had some stuff with the militia that kind of tied into last week's. I liked some of it. It wasn't my favorite episode of the season by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, I mean, it was
but
good.
I think it kind of it was a transition episode, kind of setting up what's next, showing us that Lucy Lawless was still alive from last week's episode where she got pulled into the fire by the Deadite. The black chick, Bruce Campbell stuff is... how they're like almost kiss. There's some of that. I'm good on that stuff. Him ditching out at the end. That was interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of figured because he kept saying it and he's like, I really care about you guys. Sometimes you don't want to see Ash be human.
Yeah.
But they do have to show those moments of his humanity.
I think they show enough where he's still like an asshole, but at the same time, he's not like a complete, he's not unlikable. And they show just enough to keep making
it's not like he doesn't have any redeemable qualities. Right. I can see that. So season 2, kind of a no-brainer that they picked it up for season 2. I mean, I don't think either one of us are surprised about that. Star Wars. I got my tickets today. I will be seeing it midnight Thursday. For anyone who knows me, I'll be social media blackouting the next 4 days in a row because if you spoil this movie for you, I probably will hurt you really, really, really bad. And so last minute predictions, anything. This is the last show before it will have come out. Anything you want to get out there about Star Wars?
I don't even want to feign a guess.
Anything you want to say? No, nothing?
Other than I'm really, really excited.
Snokus Plagueis. That's all I'm saying. Snokus Plagueis. You know. I can't wait. My excitement level is... Oh, and this isn't the last LRG thing I got either. I got one last one for next week's episode, the Star Wars episode. I'm saving the best for last. Just wait till you fucking see it next week. That's all I'm going to say. All I need the Imperial March playing right now. Doom, doom, doom. I need that playing. That should be my theme music as I walk around anyways. That's a different story though. Did you want to hit Jessica Jones? Or
I think we should, since you said we were gonna.
Okay, so
finish
Jessica
it.
Jones, you go real quick.
I watched the last whatever episodes. Thor's did not.
I know what happens.
He knows what happens. I guess I'll just do quick comments. I like the way they set up basically, if you're paying attention, you can draw twist connections. It's very well laid out. Like, they don't make twists stupid where they're out of nowhere.
Right.
You can see them coming. As long as you're paying attention and thinking, it's pretty sweet. They also, because I watched like the last 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And they bring the Daredevil nurse in for the last 2.
Night Nurse. See, that's what it is. I think at one point I said Daredevil was in like the last episode or in the last few episodes.
Right.
I think I said that, but it's Night Nurse. I was gonna correct myself weeks ago, but nobody called me on it, so I wasn't just gonna admittedly be like I was wrong. But whatever.
No, and I like her being in it, and she also, I have a friend you should talk to at some point. Yeah, like basically laying the groundwork. It's not so ham-fisted that it's just like.
Well, they're saying Night Nurse is gonna be in Luke Cage. Rosario Dawson's gonna be in Luke Cage as well because they're shooting Luke Cage right now.
I can see that just because her and Luke Cage have conversations.
Yeah, in season 1. Should we not spoil how it ends just in case people haven't watched it, in case anyone's binging?
Yeah, I think I have one last thing to say,
Okay.
and then we'll drop it so we don't
right.
spoil too much.
Maybe on the Star Wars show we'll cover a little bit of it.
I'll call it a half-seas spoiler. It's not a spoiler, like it's not spoiling anything really, but I liked it and didn't like it at the same time. So I won't go into the details of what, how, why, whatever's going on, but Kilgrave ends up getting like injected with something to make his powers better, and you see purple like veins, like, and I was like, yes, he's gonna turn purple. He's gonna be Purple Man. And the next time they show him, he's not purple. I was so mad. They
gave you that little nugget. So,
Yeah.
I mean that's not spoilerish. I think people can live with that. So let's wrestling, WWE. We got a couple minutes here. We'll go WWE few. TLC pay-per-view is tonight. Brian literally saw like
the last two
matches. We watched the whole thing. I fell asleep for a little bit, but it was during boring parts, so it doesn't matter. But the only thing that really matters is let's go over the highlights for tonight. Highlight number 1, the opening match of the night, the triple threat tag team ladder match for the tag team belts. Amazing. Like, literally people were cheering this is awesome like 5 minutes into the show. It was crazy. New Day was hilarious as always on the mics. Lucha Dragons did some crazy stuff. The Usos were great. Like, it was just a really good ladder match. There's those moments, like oh my god moments. There was everything you wanted in that ladder match. We won't really talk about Rusev Ryback. It was boring. Rusev won. Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. Again, boring. Swagger won. Wyatt's versus Team ECW. Didn't really care for the match. And something happened during that match. We had to reset the PlayStation, so I kind of missed part of it. But Wyatt's won. Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. Great freaking match. Dean Ambrose is your new Intercontinental Champion. I cannot be more happy. He is my favorite wrestler. I'm definitely part of the Lunatic Fringe for anybody who knows me. So that was probably my highlight of the night, was seeing him get the gold. And then the women's championship match was okay. It was all right. It was better than last month's. I'll say that much. It was better than last month's. I like the way they're taking Charlotte to making her like, female Ric Flair, like dirtiest player in the game, privilege, like, all. I like it. And
they're not doing it again. They're not just like throwing it. Like, it's not like one of those things where she just flips into the bad guy.
Yeah.
It's like she's not the bad guy. She's just cheating. She's a good guy who's cheating.
She's just winning any way she can.
Right. She's a face who's cheating.
No, I like it. Yeah. I like what they're doing with her. It'll be interesting to see if they keep the her versus Paige thing going into Royal Rumble, or if they go the route of Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. Because that Charlotte Banks versus Charlotte. Sasha Banks. There we go. Third time's a charm. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. Those are awesome matches. Anyone who watched NXT, those are spectacular freaking matches. Speaking of NXT, I have not watched NXT in like 2 months. I'm like at least 6 episodes behind. I know they have a pay-per-view coming up on Wednesday, NXT TakeOver London. I'm going to do my damnedest between trying to watch the original trilogy, other things, working out, teaching yoga, and playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 to try to fit in at least 2 episodes before TakeOver and watch TakeOver so I can give my honest opinion on it.
Really?
Oh, it's going to be a
big
jam-packed
slate
week
on Wednesday.
Well, I think the girlfriend won't be around very much, so it'll be like,
just Thor
free
time.
reigns on whatever I want to watch all the time. Like, I can fall asleep watching hours NXT if I want, So, there's that.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, the last match of the night. Maybe my favorite match of the night. Well, second favorite. I don't know. Those 3 matches.
It's my favorite.
The first match, the Ambrose match, and the last match. It's hard to pick which one's best between the 3 of them. But Sheamus versus Roman Reigns, WWE Championship, tables, ladders, and chairs match. It did not disappoint. This was violent. It was brutal. It ended exactly how I thought it was going to. Sheamus is still WWE Champion, but then he went ape shit crazy. Destroyed the League of Nations. What did I say?
Well, you didn't. You said
Roman
he
Reigns,
won, and then
Roman Reigns went ape shit crazy after he lost, and Sheamus won. So League of Nations stepped in, helped Sheamus win. Then Roman Reigns snaps, beats up the League of Nations. So then Stephanie and Triple H come down,
and like 1,000 refs,
and 1,000 refs. So then all of a sudden, Triple H is telling everyone to stay out of the ring. He gets in the ring. Roman Reigns wrecks Triple H.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, Superman punch, spear.
It was so hammy.
Power bombed on the table, on the announcer's table. Then he jumped from one announcer's table through the other announcer's table that Triple H was lying on. But he wasn't lying on it like the long way. He was lying on the table like his back was on the edge and his feet were on the ground. Dropped the elbow through him. Hit him with at least 20 chair shots. Then as he was walking away and they're helping Triple H up and like walking him around the ring.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns turns around, full sprint, runs back, jumps the corner and spears Triple H. Then just gives a big, and that was pretty much it. It was phenomenal.
I mean, that was the match was fun, but that ending
was great. Because what are the ramifications now? What's going to happen? My guess. Ooh, that was a weird feeling in my neck. My guess is that's how they set up Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble for the second year in a row. Because he won last year's.
Yeah.
I think that's how they set up him winning the second year in a row. Because there's no way they're going to give him another title shot versus Sheamus.
Right.
The Authority's going to be pissed at him. I have a feeling he goes in number 1, wins the whole thing, then finally wins the belt at Mania. That's my guess, but who knows?
Yeah.
But so you watched that match, you saw the end. So what do you think? What do you think going into Royal Rumble?
Where was this?
Boston.
Boston. Oh my God, Boston loves Roman Reigns, and I don't know if that's just everybody switched on Roman Reigns' side. But they were like, he's coming out, and normally he's getting like a couple middle fingers and like people saying he sucks and whatever. But like literally everyone was just like all over him. Like they loved him. And
how about after the match when they're doing the "Thank you Roman" chant? Thank you Roman chant. I was floored when I heard that.
You guys are clever.
Beantown.
They're just smart. They wanted to push Roman, but it just took this long to get us to like him.
Well, people hated him, and people did not want him to win at Mania last year. So when Rollins cashed in, which someone called, it was amazing. And then, I don't know who could have the vision to see things that clearly. I mean, God, that's a special human being. But yeah, so they didn't
in more than one way.
That's true. People hated him then. Like they were booing. Like I remember when he won the Royal Rumble last year. He got booed so bad because remember The Rock came out and tried to help him, and they booed The Rock. Like they were so upset. I have a feeling it's gonna be different this year if he's the one who wins it, and I don't see how it's anyone but him unless Brock Lesnar shows up. I don't know. I'm very curious to see what happens. This was a great paper. Like, let me just say this though, and then we'll end the show. Last month Survivor Series, we both sat here that night and we were like, it wasn't that great. It was like it was what it was, but no one was happy with it. This month, complete 180. They were back on stories.
Right.
It wasn't the tournament. And then yes, they screwed Roman over again, just like they did last month, but it made sense this month, and it felt different. It felt better. Like, I was way more into this pay-per-view than I probably been the last 3, maybe since like Night of Champions or SummerSlam.
Right.
That might have been the last one I was this into. Especially seeing Ambrose win, Reigns destroy Triple H, seeing the New Day. I mean, I love the New Day.
Yeah.
I honestly cannot deny how much I enjoy when
I used to not like them, but
when they're on
it's so
screen with
fun.
that freaking trumpet and Big E doing his little hip gyrations, and they're doing the unicorns, like, dude, I mean,
They're just crazy.
it's so good. It's so good. So, with that being said, that'll do it for Basement Boy Banter 36. Thanks for watching. As always, you like the video, share if you can. We would really appreciate it. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're all over the place. I'm Brian. He's Thor. Till next week. Star Wars, motherfuckers. Star fucking Wars. Let's go.
I'm Brian. He's Thor.
What did I say?
You said
Did I say Brian?
You
Thor?
said I'm Brian. He's Thor.
Perfect. Fucking Star Wars.
Oh man.
If you like what you just saw, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and like our Facebook page.